All right.
Touch YM on the 29th.
Mentorship Monday. It's about 1 minute past 9 o'clock. About 2 minutes now. 28 minutes to the US Open. Let's get rolling.
Upper bands touch NQ on the 89.
Welcome aboard, everyone.
What exactly is AlgoBox, and why do our traders absolutely love it?
Michael Oates room. Are you ready? Indeed. It's Monday, so it's going to be a fun day. Well, we're going to try to make it that way. Welcome back. I am mentally preparing for 5 trades. I like to think like a video game. I am Mario, and I've got my 5 trades lined up mentally over there on my left on my desk here. And then of course I've also got the electronic version. If you don't have a sheet printed out or got your coins in order yet, you might want to grab our electronic version first. And as we take our trades, we'll flip our coins, our virtual coins there, algoboxpro.com/trade-tracker in the community tools section on our website if you're looking for that. Speaking of looking for things, we are going to be on day 7 tonight after the US market close around 4:30 p.m. Eastern time. We will be on day 7, session 7 of our 10-day boot camp. Getting into the meat of things, we ended, I believe, on the Enigma strategies on Friday. No, we did Saturday. So we did the Saturday stuff all the way through the Enigma. You guys have been getting something out of those and condensing our 120-day program into 10 days. Well, at least on the, I would say we're condensing the 40-day sections into a single 10 days. I think the practice times are still there, but maybe we've shrank the practice times as well. But that was more due to the tools themselves. I think the tools have just gotten so good now. Very proud of what we've put together here. Up top here, I'm going to turn on full auto across 6 instruments. While I'm setting up here, I'm going to go, you guys can see that now, yes? Okay. Alright, if you've been around a while, you know the drill. Arm long, arm short, full auto, Enigma on. 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 All right. All of the buttons have been pressed. Let's see. Gonna come back down to our main layout here. So if you are new with us, again, it's Mentorship Monday, so I'll walk through a little bit more here. My eyeballs kind of focus right here, and on my screens like this, I kind of have this almost center just to the right of the buttons I'll be pressing. This, I always think of this as being my little control center area. These are the buttons I'm going to press to enter and exit trades right there. And along with a few down here if I need to manage positions quickly.
YM on the 29.
We went over how to use those in, I believe it was day 3 or day 4 of our 10-day session. Real-time protection off. Thank you for the reminder. Let's definitely do that real quick. All right. Real-time protection is turned off, so we don't have any slowdowns there on the machine while we're trying to pump them through. Always hyped for the Vinny streams. Thanks, Pop Trunk. Appreciate that. Welcome aboard. Happy Monday, everyone. Eddie just dropped a link to the boot camp there if you haven't gotten signed up for that yet. Speaking of signed up, I put in a sign up sheet into the premium area. I know I missed a couple of people last week trying to send out the giveaways that we've done. And so as I was trying to get them out this weekend, I was like, I want to make sure I didn't miss anybody. I sent you a link there in the premium members chat. It's at, put it out 5 p.m. yesterday in the premium chat. If you won a giveaway, either a golden knife or a champ lamp, and send me your shipping details, please fill out this form so I can get those shipped out if you've not already received yours. So get those in there, and anybody that we did not get their giveaway item shipped out, I want to make sure we get that to you this week. George says, Monday's always good for a clear cache, especially if doing market replay over the weekend. Yes, in fact, that's one of our items. I need to make sure I've got 3 days of data right now. Thank you for that, George. All right, so on my lowest time frame entry chart here, I go from my 1 day of data to 3 because it is a Monday. Thank you for that reminder. All right, 3 days locked in. Didn't seem like there was any issue with that. I'm going to go ahead and go to, the market's pretty slow here. I'm going to go with the AlgoBar 2s. And this has to do with gear shifting. Let's talk about that here real quick. So what I've just done is I have shifted, kind of gear shifted down. If you're driving in a car and things are a little bit too slow, I want to gear down so that I can kind of speed it up. Now, I can't force the market to do what it's doing, but visually I can tune it in to what the market is doing. So this is our way of adjusting in any market condition. Some people are stuck on their time bars, which I think is silly. These days, time bars are where good traders go to, in my opinion. Let's see what's happening inside of those bars. Hop inside here and try out our algo bars and you'll see. YM Wave 39, thank you so much. It's like you read my mind. 39R, gonna get that locked in there. So make sure you get your charts on the optimized range. I posted the optimized ranges last night. Pull that up here real quick. Speaking of premium member chat, or if you're in public, this is also dropped somewhere there in the public chat late last night. So if you're not familiar with this sheet yet, you will as you go through our training. So we run the optimizations for you on the weekend so that you prepare your week. So any instrument that you're trading, so here's me right here on the YM. So as Plutonium was reminding me there, need to adjust my charts here as we start the week here. This is 39, and that's going to be the 39 range chart on the wave chart. Now, if you're a little bit lost now because you're like, what do you mean the wave chart? What's going on with that? Just get through our training there on that, or check out that video that I post right underneath that area, and you'll get caught up real quick there.
Fib.ym on
XR Pizzle said, anybody know how I load the AlgoBox indicators on my NinjaTrader, as I've just got it and don't have a clue how to load it up? Let me send you a link to the setup installer. Got a question for you real quick. Are you in Discord so I can send you a link? Yes, thank you for that reminder on the real-time protection. I did get that turned off already. Thank you so much. All right, you're in there already? Yeah, could you drop a... Well, here's what I'll do there. In the public chat, if you want to say hello there in the public chat, I'm going to... say how to install section right there. I'll give you the short answer on that is, if you're familiar with NinjaTrader, which it sounds like you are because you said you already have NinjaTrader and trying to get it installed on NinjaTrader. This is not an import process, so you're going to download that zip file. You're not going to import it. We have our own installer, so you'll extract it to your desktop and then just run through the executable. And when you get to this step, this is the only step you really got to care about right here. You'll want to select the very lowest option. There's another one there called the Dream Pack or the Enigma Platinum Edition. You'll probably want to do that because during our trial we have it fully unlocked for you. And you'll probably want to try out all the goodies. But that's just me. It would be my assumption you want to try all the good stuff. And as you're getting started, now that we've got the boot camp running, now again, we are on day 7. So what you might want to do is, if you're here on our YouTube channel, here on the Vinny Emini YouTube channel, if you click on live here, and you see these items that say reboot camp, so you might want to go to day 1 of our boot camp, and this will do installation, understanding workspaces, all that kind of fun stuff, getting set up, kind of what I would recommend for various layouts depending on what kind of screens you have, and then even giving you screen recommendations if you are going to be setting up, and kind of go all the way with us. Boot camp day 1, and then of course 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 that we did on Saturday. And today after the close we will be at day 7 of our 10-day boot camp, getting warmed up there with AlgoBox. Does that get you in the right direction there, XR Pizzle? Do you have any other questions? Do let us know. All right, we still have about 13 minutes till the US Open. Good morning, Pablo. Back in town. Great to see you. Thank you, Eddie. Eddie posted a link directly to that forum post. If you had won one of our giveaways recently and you've not received yours yet, make sure and fill that out.
Fib.ym on the 2.
Good morning, Rick. Good morning, Mr. Canfeld. Good morning, Kevin. Oh, I missed this one. What are you trading currently on the Dow? But the bots are trading a bunch. We're doing all 6. We're doing the nerd. +2. So NASDAQ, ES, RTY, Dow, and gold. And 2 different types of gold. We got gold and black gold. Crude oil. So we got crude and gold along with the nerd on full auto. But what you're seeing here on screens is the Dow. We've got about 10 minutes before the US Open. Let's see. Excellent. Thank you, mates. Downloaded the zip file onto my computer, but when I load NinjaTrader, how would I import your indicators on my machine? Sorry if I sounded stupid. Okay. Did you do you have your sound turned on? I just walked you through that like a minute ago, but I literally just said take the zip file, unzip it. Inside there's an executable. You just hit next, finish. When you get to that little section that asks which pack you want to install, you probably want to do the one that's the lowest on the list, which will include all the good stuff, including the Dream Panel pack and all the full auto features. Yeah, let me know if am I not coming through clearly enough? Maybe check your sound. No worries, no worries. Just trying to get you there in the right direction there. And those install instructions are on the left-hand side of Discord. If you go into the green section, so we kind of had things color-coded here. So under information there, you'll have the how to install. Right there is a good spot. There's also full documentation if you're on our website. And hit docs.algoboxpro.com. Up here at the top, there is a how to install. And right above that, there is a system setup. And it's very easy. You're downloading, zipping, and then kind of go to town on it. This actually will walk you through the install of NinjaTrader as well if you don't have NinjaTrader installed. And during the install, hey Eddie, I'm not sure if you wouldn't mind getting us an updated image on this one that has their most recent Dream Pack option on that screenshot in our documentation. That would be great. All right, we got 6 minutes till the open here. Market is creeping upwards. Prior high right up in front of us here. Currently green and green. What do we mean? So our direction filter up top here. Strong buy side. Arrow is green. So first thoughts currently looking to the long side. Is the MACV working? Oh, that's a good question. 8:22 a.m. Oh boy. 1 second. Thank you for pointing that out. Yeah, I mean, it could have been strong buy side that long. It's been creeping straight upwards, but let me log into the server here and check on that.
Double delta EM on the 9. Upper bands touch YM on the 39.
Yep, everything is on. It has literally just been
Upper bands touch NQ on the 89.
going at it.
Enigma short on the YM2.
All right, getting into my first trade here. Let me pull back to our screens here. Okay, yeah, MACV, it just happens to be all the way back at 822. We have just been standing straight up on end. All instruments to the upside. Oh, I did just get a super moonshot up top here. Good morning, Tom K. About 2 minutes and 45 seconds till the US Open.
Fib.ym on the 2.
Okay, we just got a dot there, so I do need to peel off parts. Minute and 40 seconds till the Open.
Upper bands touch NQ on the 89.
All right, targets filled. Trade number 1 and done. Pretty easy. We got the Ready DD along with the Enigma right there. Targets filled. Trade number 1 in the books right before the US Open. It is 9:28 and 5 seconds. And I'm going to close out my NQ trade there as well. We had the Titanic Zone. I'm going to close it out right here before the US Open. Titanic Zone here on NQ. Taking it off the top here and closing it right here, right in front of the prior close. Trade 1, trade 2. Done. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. I'm going to turn on full auto here on this one as well, right before the US Open. And I'm going to set to smalls. Market opens in about 30 seconds. So I will sit on hands for the first 5 minutes here and let the tools do the work through what could be a wild open.
On the 39.
Remember, I've got the fiddle zone filter turned on here, so it will not take trades inside of the fiddle zone. But Enigmas and Super AOs outside of that, it will. There's a Super AO right there. Just inside the fiddle zone there. Here comes the Open.
89.
Good morning, Keegs. Great to see ya.
Fib.ym on the 2. Fib.ym on the 2.
All right, here is the Open. I'm gonna let the first 5 minutes of that shake out. I'm gonna warm up this coffee here for the 5 minutes here, and we'll see how we go.
Fib.ym on the 2. Fib.ym on the 2. Fib.ym on the 2. Divergence down YM on the 89. Double delta beam on the YM on the 39. Upper bands touch NQ on the 89. Double delta NQ on the 9. Upper bands touch NQ on the 89. Upper bands touch YM on the 39. Upper bands touch YM on the 39. Enigma long on the YM2. Enigma long on the NQ4.
All right. Let's see. Now, why did that one not take? So are we inside the fiddle zone? Barely. All right, so I'm looking for my bonus here. I've got winner, winner. Looking over at NQ and wishing I would have held on to that a little bit longer. That was a full Titanic Zone completion. All the way down from top to bottom. 193 ticks, though those are my 100 tick lookers. I was a little bit nervous there playing it before the open, just poor timing. All right, so looking for just an absolutely perfect play here for my third play within my 5 trades. I've got winner, winner, chicken dinner. Got enough to put dinner on the table. And now it is bonus time. Good morning, Dork. Thank you for hitting that like button. Be like Dork. Dynamite, out of sight, radical kid. Obviously what Dork stands for. Good morning, Devad. Great to see you. David A. Mr. Crossbow himself in the house. Good morning, sir. Okay, if it's fast, it's not gonna last, right? Just quickly went up there, got a split cross reversal there. Could have taken that split cross reversal pretty easily right there inside of the fiddle zone. Trying to stay out of that area first, but a nice split cross reversal there for a nice little 10 and 15 bag off the top. 36 tick drop, so plenty to grab. A little double bag there. This is great speed here. Look for, I see no news to get in our way here today. Let me double check that though with Discord. I want to double check that. 2 news sources. Okay, we do have a 10:30 Dallas Fed Manufacturing at 10:30, medium impact at 10:30. And that I don't see on that news feed. On my other news feed, I have 10:15 Canadian federal election. 10:15 and 10:30. Good morning, Diego. Good morning, Blackout. Great to see you.
Fib.ym on the 2.
Okay, coming up into a GLR. I got my finger over the sell here. Coming up fast. I love a good GLR. I've got my small ATM handy. A red dot right in front of it.
Fib.ym on the 2.
Try not to FOMO it.
DCDM NQ on the 9.
All right, there is my GLR. Oh, it's grinding. Might have to close it out. Excuse me. Nope. Okay. No bueno. No GLR right there. Grinding it through, unfortunately. Trying to get that absolutely perfect play there. Went for the GLR for my little bonus. Did not get the GLR. Gonna give me a 2 try. Okay, could have got it on the 2 try there. Oh, we just got full autoed in on the Enigma here. Let me get my stop back behind the Enigma.
Divergence
Closing it out. Hearing the audio start to kick in there on the opposite direction there. Just an unfortunate series of events right there. Trying it one more time. That is a terrible entry.
Target filled. Target filled.
Okay, got it through on the 2 try retry on that one, but not very clean. An ugly little area right there. Came all the way back, technically stopped it out. Then on the 2 try, it did get its 20 tick target, but that was nasty. So GLR pushed through by a couple more ticks than I would have wanted it to. Again, I'm usually trying to grab that quick bag off of a GLR. Yeah, woulda, couldas. 2 try on both of those would have been the winner. I did not 2 try on the GLR, but I did 2 try on the Enigma. And the Enigma did me real nice. We're moving up fast. I don't think it's going to last. We're coming up here into a divergence on a higher time frame, so I've got a higher time frame opportunity potentially. Looking for a play setup coming up into a red butterfly on the 39s. What's our time? 9:41. Looking for that 9:40 to 9:50 reversal. I'm going to turn full auto off here for a minute. I'm going to manually take this one. I'm going to switch to nuns here and see if we get a nice juicy play with the divergence and coming up into a higher time frame play opportunity. Good morning, Kamal.
Enigma long on the GC3. Upper bands touch YM on the 89.
If we get a 3 drives up into the top of the channel with a dot, I'll get short on it.
Fib.YM on the 2.
Yikes, double dot, green dot just showed up. Unfortunate. They're gonna let me grab a 10 bag. Into the bat. Okay, grabbed a 10 bag off of the red dot off up top there. We did have kind of a 3 drives into it and a red dot up top here. We had the top of the channel and a red dot. Third time, 9:43. I'd like to see an RTFA event occur up here as well. Gonna give me another shot at it. Awesome. I'm gonna press F6 here where the red dot originally came.
Fib.YM on the 2.
Double dot up top again.
Enigma long on the NQ4. Upper bands touch NQ on the 89. Fib.YM on the 2.
Don't like that green dot showing up right there. Hopefully it cracks through. Thank you. Grab my 10 bag. Remember, I am going against green and green, so I am target wanting
Double delta EM on the
those plays. There's 1 and 2. Okay, double dot off the top there.
Double delta EM on the 9.
Ready DD, double delta shift just came in. We got a potential 40 tick scenario here. We got a ready DD looking for the next play.
Double delta EM on the 6.
All right, the bots are up about 6,000. I'm going to flatten all on the bots.
Touch NQ on the 89. Fib.YM on the 2. Double delta NQ on the 9.
All right, flatten all there on the bots. Bots just completed out 6650. They whooped me here this morning for a combination of around 9,000 or so. We'll look at the stats here in a moment. I do think I've still got a couple of plays in me here on the Dow. We're getting some good speed, and it's 947. And that is a headshot short right here. Another cross there. Don't like that they're in the valley though. If we're in the valley, we're probably going to rally. So I'm holding off here for just a moment. 9,086. Thank you, Eddie, for the calc. Okay, NQ just put in its first ready DD in a while. Let's see if we get a play in here on NQ up on the 9s. Put this to always on top so we can see both. Feels like it's going to be potentially an easy Monday here. Just at the top of a channel.
Two-finger YM on the 39. Upper bands touch NQ on the 89.
It went without me. Okay. Looking for a play. Never got a dot or anything up in that area, unfortunately. On the higher time frame up on the 9s, I mean, we're playing pretty high up here. Oh, you're going to give me a retry on it? All right, let's go. Coming up fast into a cipher. See if I can Dr. Seuss it. If I miss a play, then I will try to Dr. Seuss on entries on the way.
Upper bands.
Whoa! Holy shnikes.
Upper bands touch NQ on the 89.
Okay, I missed the news event somewhere. 940 to 950. What did I miss? Turn on some financial juice here.
Keep an eye on US stocks rise. S&P 500 up about 0.4%, Nasdaq up about 0.4%, and Dow up about 0.4%.
Checking the Trump tweets on Truth Social. Let's see. Good luck to the great people of Canada. Elect the man who has the strength and wisdom to cut your taxes in half, increase your military power for free to the highest level in the world. Blah, 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 blah. Well, there's one of those moments where you kind of wish you would have just got in short and just held one, because that was an explosive move down. Wouldn't have even had to concern ourselves with holding it. That dropped out 240 ticks there on the NQ.
ECB's DeGuendo says ECB doesn't plan to change much on tools available.
Double delta EM on the 9.
So simple red ready DD there.
YM on the 2.
Headshot short. I'm going to give that a shot here. See if we've got some continued down move or not. Concerned about a trap. Stop will be above that red dot. There's a 10 bag.
Two-finger NQ on the 8.
And there is a target 2 for 2,800. Sell side, be careful here. We got Jagged on the tape. Let's toss the Jagged warning there in the tape. Jagged on the tape. There's a big move coming. Be careful of the trap. When it starts to move, stay out of the way, especially if there is a shift on the nerd.
Fib.ym.
Jagged on the tape. Another bright red dot here. I'm going to quarter position on it because, again, like I said, we could trap here. I'm going to add a hard stop right up above that red dot. If we break it, I want to be out very quickly. This could snap. There's 10 ticks. Is it going to go any farther? That is the question. I can always Dr. Seuss it on the way down if it turns out to be a dropout. There's 15. It went quick, so I'm going to go ahead and close it and grab my 3K bag there off of another headshot. 2 headshots back to back.
Two finger YM on the 39.
Definite Jagged on the tape. So big play coming. We have the warning. Good morning, Wizard. Double delta shifts coming in like crazy on the 9s. All right, potentially we have to be concerned about late Nate. Going up to the short side party, we could see a trap here. And if it starts to move up, I will Dr. Seuss all the way up. I'd love to see it all the way up to that 45.64s. If it wants to, we'll do one of those Jagged reversals. It's 9:55, 5 minutes before 10 a.m. Headshot down to butterfly was 56 ticks. Here's king timing right in front of the prior high.
Fib.ym on the 2.
Okay, HMD short right here. You know, JJ Kelly, it's like you were reading my mind. I was about to go back and look myself. Cave at 42.73s. So right around that prior close or the cave. Over here because it's probably going to be moving this way.
Fib.ym on the 2.
Dr. Seuss has made your entries lethal. Awesome, noob. You paid attention. What lesson was that I talked about that where I went like, if there is anything you take away, learn how to do Dr. Seuss. What was that lesson 4 or 5? I keep saying lesson. They're sessions because there's a lot of lessons inside of the boot camp sessions. What session was that?
Banking rules is possible, but we should avoid deregulation, and capital buffers provide resilience.
More than one explained it. Yeah, I talked to it in several. There was one that was like, if there is anything you want to take away from this, I kind of laid in the secret to massive P&L. Getting sized on plays, especially after if you miss the entry. Okay, so the jaggedness is still here. And so is it just going to be is this a direction? This is a very rare, super easy set of moves here where it's just going to, we've caught the high with a double dot, the ready DD, and then just full dropout. Interesting. Almost too easy. Not used to the super easies, just like handing out candy. Another Enigma to the 5.8 all the way down to the Enigma target.
On the 89.
Happened too fast for me to react on that one. NQ is almost at the P point. I want to watch how it reacts. If there's any reaction around the P point. Coming down fast. Do it. That's right.
Enigma long on the YM2, double delta EM on the 2.
Enigma DCDM combo. What instrument was that on? I missed that one.
Enigma
It's one of my absolute favorites. You do not want to miss an Enigma plus a double cross double move. What instrument was that? End time frame if you don't mind. Okay, is this the Enigma call on the bottom? We've got a super Enigma potentially off of the bottom. A bit too nervous to just jump right in on that. First ready DD we've seen on NQ since the initial dropout into the P point area. NQ, you posted it in Discord. Oh, beautiful. Let me take a look.
89. Double delta EM on the 2.
10 a.m. right now. Double ready DD here right behind the Enigma. It's making me think about it. I'll Dr. Seuss on it if we do, but right now it is red and red right now. And after a jagged, I have these things these things can go and go and go. So I am staying cautious here. Want to hold on to my 3K bag plus
Fib.ym on the 2.
my 6650 6650 on the bots. Let's see. I need another. Need about $300.
Lower bands touch and
Almost wish I hadn't have said that, because I'm within my $400 superstition right about now. To get to 10K, I need a little tiny bag there for 10K. Noob, I see your Super AO. Did you have another one? I'm scrolling back up here. Let's see. Pre-market. Ah, there it is. The pre-market. At 920. Enigma, then a DCDM back behind it. Nice. Oh, you played that one huge. You were up 52.65 before the market even opened, and then I see your next one. What was this? Nice job.
Lower bands news event federal election.
Okay, news event, federal election coming up here in about 13 minutes. So market could go pretty nuts there with the Canadian announcement on their new, is it Prime Minister? Not President. Y'all have a Prime Minister, is that correct? The Titanic Zone. That's right, Mr. Hoyt.
Enigma short on the NQ9.
Oh, buddy.
Bands touch YM on the 39.
Again, like right now, I gotta be very cautious right now. I've got a $400 superstition right about now. I need an absolutely perfect play to just push myself over that 10K mark. And I'm nervous to even take that 10.1 right there. I need to do tiny superstition buster right here. I'm gonna get it. Here an AudioBox up into it. I got my finger over the buy because of that. We're neutral on the MACV.
Double delta EM on the 9.
I heard AudioBox. Let me hear it one more time. AudioBox plus Enigma.
Double delta EM on the 2. Double delta NQ.
Listening.
Target filled.
Targets filled. All right. So I grabbed it, heard AudioBox. So AudioBox plus Enigma. You might be going, what in the world? Listen in to AudioBox plus Enigma. That gets me over my 10. Am I at 10K? Let's see. Oh, I'm like $1 away. Hold on. 66.50. No, I'm on it by $4. 10,000 and $4. Let's get some hype in the chat for the 10K. Can we get a 10K hype bag on that?
Fib.y.
Oh, what happened? Oh, just blank screen. What did I press? Sorry about that. I'm over went over here and hit my calculator, and I think I've got a got so hype I'm pressing. I don't even know which button do I have? Oh, my plus, the plus sign takes you off. Sorry about that. I was trying to do a quick calculation there. No, I got my 10K. I was like, oh, it's so close. Did I measure it right? The superstition buster pushed me over the edge there, and that was an Enigma plus AudioBox. Let's get some 10K hype in the chat on that one. We are just a couple of minutes away from the Canadian Prime Minister announcement elections. Is that right? We just talked about that one on Saturday, the Enigma AudioBox combo. in our day 6 session. It's Mentorship Monday, so we got to have something for everybody to learn here today. So if you head over to our AlgoBox official YouTube channel, this is where all of our teachings and trainings, again, there's a lot here on the Vinny Emini channel as well. But if you're heading into the videos area, remember they're all kind of laid out like this. So everything all in one place there. This is, oh, there it is right there. The Enigma plus AudioBox. For the new folks here, let's play that in there.
Your future is at your fingertips.
After a word from our sponsors.
Advantage of the flexibility.
Thank you, NinjaTrader.
Futures trading with NinjaTrader, the #1 rated futures broker.
Double delta NQ.
Let's learn about the Enigma AudioBox together here real quick. Just 50 seconds.
Enigma and AudioBox strategy from AlgoBox, a powerful combination for real-time order flow analysis. When a green Enigma appears and AudioBox confirms with large buyer sounds, it signals a potential upward move. This is your cue to watch for bullish opportunities. On the other hand, a red Enigma with AudioBox confirming large seller signals selling pressure, creating an opportunity for shorts. Look out for the Enigma piercer setups. When price pierces an Enigma and AudioBox confirms the move, it can signal a strong entry point. Combine these signals for precision trades. Use this combo to identify strong setups and trade with confidence. See you in the next one.
So the key on that one was it's subtle. It's right there at the very end on the piercer. So basically going in the opposite direction of the Enigma color, which is what happened there on that NQ. That the market had been pushing up there, and we'd already kind of seen, like, you know, they do that fake move. It was grinding up there, and heard AudioBox several times. I hesitated on the first one. When it came in and hit again, that's when I went ahead and played against it with AudioBox. Basically, when you run up into an Enigma and you're hearing AudioBox come in the opposite direction numerous times, like da-da-da-da, 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 it could be a good opportunity to take it in the opposite direction, which is what I did there to take that off the back of that Enigma, which would be called a piercer off of the Enigma. A little bit more advanced there because they didn't, you know, coincide with one another. But we also had the shift coming right there. We had been red side, red side, red side, red side on the direction filter, and then we moved to the neutral. And here we are, right? So you got to be careful of those. Cue in on AudioBox. AudioBox is super powerful and handy for that.
PCB's Ren says there are some tightening in credit conditions, but it may be short.
Canadian election results should start coming in after 7:30 p.m. when the polls on the East Coast close. Okay, so what is this deal with this 10:15 thing? What is happening here at 10:15? It said high impact Canadian election, but news results. When they open the polls, the first sets of stuff starts getting released or something, maybe. First sets of predictions, I guess. I don't know. But something is supposed to happen here in about 4 minutes. So we'll see how the market reacts. To that. So let's look at the stats here on the full auto there this morning, because the full auto basically doubled my numbers, literally doubled my numbers, and it did it in a shorter window of time. Remember, we're trading across 6 instruments. Go back and roll back the tape there to this morning and see me turn all those on across 6 instruments. The nerd plus 2 golds, crude, and gold. Man, more jagged on the tape again. So we went jagged down, and now look at this. For jagged again, another big play is coming here any moment.
High impact news event federal election.
3 minutes until that news event. Let's see if I've got time to pull up some stats. What's today's date? 28th. Okay, here's where we're at on the day for the stats. So up 10,004 And max drawdown 1500. 85% profit factor 6.14. Winners were 6.14 times the size of losers. That is huge. Now, that was, again, fairly easy day here today. Again, not saying like, oh, there's our stats for all time. But that is pretty nice. And 85%, 6.14. Let's go to trade analysis. And let's go over trades. So there was a nice juicy one in there somewhere. And that was me probably closing out the whole thing when I saw them up big. All right, news coming out here in 1 minute, 20 seconds. Whatever this Canadian election information that's coming out. Let's find out together, because I don't know what they're going to be talking about or showing here. And let's see if it opens up any more opportunities here. We got financialjuice.com if you are wanting to listen into news. If you're a trader, almost every trader out there, I don't know if you can call yourself a trader if you're not using Financial Juice at this point. Financialjuice.com for the news.
DCDM on the 2.
Don James is in Canada and he's not sure what this is. Let's find out. 30 seconds till something being announced here in Canadian election. Something's at 10:15. 30 seconds. Let's see if we end up visiting that cave down there from before. We got the cave down here. Let's see if they're going to get it all the way there. Currently,
on the NQ4.
okay, listening. Don't hear them giving any major announcement. Let's see what they're doing here.
Intel shares up about 4.3% after ending 6.7% lower in the prior session.
All right, so I was looking to see if there was anything on the White House brief. Factory just says elections all day. Okay, maybe they just dropped it in on 11:15. There was a 10:30 event as well. Who was reporting that one? Let's see. $10:30 Dallas Fed Manufacturing Index medium impact at 10:30. So about 12 minutes on that one. All right, so I think we're, I don't want to say safe. I hate the word safe when we're talking about trading here. But safe to start looking for other plays here. Past the, whatever the Canadian elections announcement that they set at 10:15, but it didn't look like there was any major announcement on that. I'm going to refresh my financialjuice.com just in case. So we were kind of joking, being like, is that Enigma going to call the bottom? And it called the bottom.
Short on the RTY3.
And then the next Enigma for the up move.
Fib.ym on the 2.
What is NQ doing? Look at this. How tight and narrow can you get? Okay. Something is up here on NQ. Going to be very interesting to watch. So if you forced me to make a guess along a scenario like this, whatever the first move is that comes out of this will probably be the manipulation. So be careful of that. It'll be a quick move in some direction, quick, and then
double delta EM on the
it'll start to grind back in the real direction, whatever direction that is going to be after a scenario like this. So let's see if that plays out or not. We'll still, again, doesn't matter what I predict, doesn't matter what I would think. All that matters is the plays. So let's hold in for the plays themselves. Yeah, see if we get the fakie. And generally, the grind is going to be... Oh, is ES doing the same thing? Yeah, I do see that on... I got a bot screen here to look at. Also, just rolling in.
Minutes away from the bottom of the hour, get the Dallas Fed Business Manufacturing Index. Forecast minus 14.1, prior minus 16.3.
All right, so 9 minutes till the Dallas Fed Manufacturing news. They will likely use that as an excuse to make whatever the next move is going to be. 9 minutes. Coming up into R1 on the Dow. We're coming in fast. So if we're fast... You know my thing, I don't think it's gonna blink. You don't see that on Financial Juice or Forex Factory. Yeah, so that's why I use multiple news feeds, because what I have found is, again, you got to kind of go with multiple sources, almost like going to the doc. Like, you might want to get a second opinion on that. So I check my news local, right, to my system. Then I go and I type !news from our news service coming out of AlgoBox, and look, it's got something. Additional items, right? So that's why I've learned to kind of just check them all, because I have been caught off guard before. for scheduled. Now, an unscheduled news event, like there's nothing you can do. I told you guys in our, sessions, there is scheduled and there's unscheduled. There's, I don't know, somebody lets out a tweet about something, Prime Minister or Trump or somebody that unscheduled. Why you want to, some scenarios you want to put in that hard stop big time using those ATMs, etc. Well, since we got that 8 minutes, normally this is coffee break time here. I did grab a little warm up a minute ago, but I do want to quickly, I need to take a quick break here, and we've got 7 minutes till the news. So
Algo Boxers.
I'll be right back. You know what to do.
Clickety clap, tappity tap, smash that like, don't hold it back. Bippity bop, flippity flap, hit the like button, make it snap. Tickety tock, hit that spot, like it up, don't let it rot. Tappity tap, just one shot, hit the like button, make it hot. Let's go. Like button.
Double delta NQ on the 9. Fib.ym on the 9. Fib.ym on the 39.
Clickety clap, tappity tap, smash that like, don't hold it back. Bippity bop, flippity flap, hit the like button, make it snap. Tickety talk, hit that spot, like it up, don't let it rot. Tappity tap, just one shot, hit the like button, make it hot. Let's go.
Prime is away from the Dallas Fed Manufacturing Business Index forecast minus 14.1, Prime minus 16.3.
Double delta EM on the 2.
Smash the like button. Light it up. Smash through like points. Smash. What it? Hold up. Smash. Smash.
Upper bands touch NQ on the 89.
3, 4, 5, 6. Yo, hit it up. I saw him tap. Boom. I saw him
Divergence
tapping
down
out.
YM on the 9.
Run it up. Run it up. I saw him tapping. Don't hold back. I saw him tap.
Upper bands touch NQ on the 89.
Like button.
Fib.ym on the 2. Enigma short on the YM2. Fib.ym on the 9.
Smash the like button. Smash. 1, 2, we smash. 1, 2, hold up.
Fib.ym on the 39.
1, 2, 3. The like button. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yo, hit it now. I saw him tap. Boom. I saw him tap and I run it up. I saw him tap and don't back. I saw him tap. Like button.
All right, thanks to all you guys who hit that like button for us. You guys are awesome. Let's see, what do we have now? Oh, yeah, I love these for reversals. I'll take a quick reversal almost every single time. This will give you almost a 20 bag almost every time. I used to just grab a 10, but I've seen these multiple times now. When they're laid up like this, it's a 20 bagger pretty easily. That's 48 ticks, so pretty easy to grab a 20 bag when they lay right on top of each other like that, back to back. I'll take a quick one right against that. Let's see. The up move on that Enigma. 117 ticks for the upside move on that 9.1 Enigma.
Ten seconds.
10 seconds till the news. Here we go. Volume profiler in the house. Good morning. I love a good 40 bag. Me too, dork.
Still waiting.
Ooh, delayed news.
Minus 35 spot 8, minus 35 spot 8, lower than forecast of minus 14 spot 1.
Fib.ym on the 2.
Okay, green dot pierced.
2 finger and
Interesting. Oh, helps if I scroll all the way down. All right, we went sell, neutral, sell.
double delta EM on the 2.
Crack through the green dot. Piercer behind on a red, red. We've got red and red, so could have taken the piercer for the entry. We are within that news zone, so 2 minutes before, 3 minutes after. Going to attempt to be disciplined here and hold on for a couple of minutes here, unless there's something absolutely perfect. Looking for 10:33 before I take a play here. We're doing super bands plus OOP for a 40 bag. You like it, Eric? Awesome. I'd say it's a great idea. Talked about that in our boot camp sessions. A great way to get yourself to wait for those perfect plays. Bigger plays.
Double delta EM on the 6.
We have posted the report from the Dallas Fed on the financials newsfeed for you to read through.
Lower bands touch NQ on the 89. Lower bands
Showing only the blue and pink dots on fib. There you go. I still like to see them all.
Enigma short on the YM2.
Okay, 13.9. We are right here past the 3-minute mark here. Cadence. Man, I've been winner after winner after winner. 3, 4. That one hits its target before we go back behind. That'll be 5 winners in a row on Enigmas. Hey, buddy.
Lower bands touch NQ on the
Nasdaq Composite
89.
turns lower, last down 0.4%.
Later, have a great.
Lower bands touch YM on the 39.
Listening for AudioBox here. Question, buddy. Another one of those scenarios where I'm going to listen for AudioBox here. Left hand buy, right hand sell.
DCDM on the 2. Enigma short on the YM2.
Listening. Okay, I'm hearing AudioBox.
Lower bands touch NQ YM on the 39.
Taking off partials at the back of the Enigma. $20 bag. Thank you very much. Gets me my 4K on the day. Another Enigma plus AudioBox play there. Green dot showed up. We went neutral green, the nerd, and then it was simply Enigmas showing up, powering the juice. And then AudioBox for the win. And now we've got cadence of 2 in the morning. 1 and 2. Cadence 2. If you don't know what I'm talking about, make sure you get through The training videos, we just went over that on Saturday on day 6. Session 6 of our 10-day boot camp. With the up 2 finger? Ah, good point. One of our 2-finger players had a Johnny on the spot. Eyeballed that too, right there with the loose up 2 finger, which we talked about in session 5 in our boot camp.
Fib.ym on the 2.
Left hand buy, right hand sell. We've got a headshot long right here, listening for AudioBox. AudioBox is what I listen for when I've got trap scenarios like this one. King timing.
DCDM and
I heard one little clack there. Dr. Seuss. Okay, I don't like how that's playing out there. I'm going to go ahead and keep my 4K there. Don't know what's happening. Didn't hear any more AudioBox follow through on that. We went strong buy there, and we've got green and green here, so I would look for that as a headshot long, but there are multiple things going on right there. Right at the top of the channel, we've got a shark in there. We took the headshot opportunity, but didn't quite get there. 23 ticks to the upside off of that headshot. Okay. Right back to neutral now, so we don't have green anymore. So I'm just going to kind of bypass that area on that play.
Just keep an eye on the markets as we see the dollar seeing some movement towards the downside here. No news to back up the movement so far. We'll keep an eye out for any news and relay that to you as soon as we can.
Fib.ym on the 39.
2 cadence negative. I don't know that I'd say it's negative. Remember, I would say that's actually a positive for my next one, right? So I've got morning. So I want to take the next one. So I'm going to literally turn it on right now. So okay, we got red and red.
So other than the Dallas Fed report from 10:30, there's no other bits.
Finger over sell. Here's king timing at prior high. Okay, green and green now. Green arrow. Green nerd. Heard audio box. King timing. $11.6. Looking for a continuation. Dr. Seuss. Grab a tin bag. Oh, it took me a little bit. So, advanced level stuff on this. Remember, a 10 or 11, is that a reversal or a continuation? Just in general, the number. 10 and 11 on first leg is what? Continuation, that's right, Eric. So, if I play it like a DCDM, then my GLR is now at 40460s. All I'm doing is measuring from the pivot right in front to the center of the 10 or 11. In this case, it's an 11. Get a measurement from here, and I'm looking for an expected move up to here, and then I can GLR it right here. Mentorship Monday here to teach along the way here. So type of 1, if you know what I'm talking about. 1 for fun. 2 if we need to review.
Attack in red and Arabian Seas after suspected US attacks.
Get a dot somewhere in here. I'll use it as a continuation up to that gold line.
Double delta NQ on the 9. Fib.ym on the 2.
Rodney, I'm not sure I follow. Boomerangs on 9. AO boomerangs? Are you talking about the nerd?
Fib.ym on the 2.
Remember, this is AOs or alpha omega crosses, so I'm not sure. Maybe you just maybe misspoke. I'm not sure. I might have missed it. Okay. Red dot right in front of my gold line. Oof, would have been nice if it had actually touched my gold line. So I might have been off on my measurement. I would like to GLR here right on my gold line. You post a pic. Okay, Rodney, thanks, bud. AO to AO. Where is the... Been a while since I've seen one. The last AO was way back here. That I see. Did I miss one? Oh, this one.
Enigma short on the RTY3.
Where was I looking? How did I miss that green dot? But I just said I wanted to hit that green dot for a continuation up to the gold line, and
Fib.ym on the
must
2.
have been scratching my nose or something. Missed my green dot up. Would have been 30 ticks to the gold line there.
Enigma long on the YM2.
All right, just got auto entered in on the Enigma here. So remember, we've got a cadence of 2. So I went ahead and tried for the Enigma there. Let's see how we go here. See if that's going to get us up there to our Enigma target, or if we've got a turn on our hands here. We are so close. It could go either way right here. So little bit of a unnerving Enigma right there. Half position.
Upper band.
Oh,
On the 80.
yikes. All right, so going to take a, looks like we're going to take a loss here on this one. Dr. Seuss. Giving it one shot inside of the moon. Here in AudioBox, so I should be audio boxing against this. Currently on moderate buy there, and yeah, getting smoked. My goodness, giving back so much on that. Oh, Eve. All right, so that is the third, and terrible stop out. Should have stopped out back there on that one. Just got a little bit too greedy. It didn't quite get to my gold line for the reversal. I jacked this up completely. Did not take my green dot up to it. The GLR wanted to reverse off of the gold line. Didn't do it. Saw the Enigma. We had Enigma cadence going with us here. 2 for the morning. Wanted to take it.
Against the Swiss franc.
Breakdown. I will try rule this if we get up to it. We are still buy side.
Fib.ym on the 39.
Okay, to try in on the Enigma. We'll see if we're going to get there. We went strong buy, and hoping I'm not getting trapped in here on this. No. Yikes. Terrible area here for me on that. Going very fast, so I'm hoping that it's a fake out. Dr. Seuss, I'm going to hope that is a fake out and we continue the grind up. Got the green ready DD to the left. 11.6 line was
The dollar
here.
last down about 2% against Swiss franc, and the euro extends gains, last up about 0.3%.
Broke the line. Oh, what a terrible shift. We went full buy side to all the way strong sell. What have I gotten myself into here? All right, I'm going to kill it. I just gave back all my gains and ending on a... I'm all the way into the hole in this area. Let it bury ya. Terrible executions there. Vinny got a little laxed, feeling too relaxed. Up 10K on the day and let it get to my head there. Green dot off of the prior high. Give that one more shot to bring ourselves back up here right at the 0 line. See a green arrow come back with me or get off a strong sell. One of the two here on the nerd or the arrow.
Double delta EM on the 2. Enigma short on the RTY3.
The next Enigma is going to be big. Thank you for that reminder. I'm going to turn that full auto back on Enigma. Actually, I'm going to go semi-auto because I do want to take the next one.
.ym on the 9.
And we'll go 12 on it. Okay, got a shark back. Get ready and looking for the shark. Waiting for the shark back level, which is right here.
Enigma long on the NQ4.
Didn't get into my shark back. Boo. Tough area.
Fib.ym on the 2.
AudioBox is very quiet, trying to pay attention to see if we get the AudioBox queuing us in. Expected trap here. I'm looking for a trap scenario. It's getting really slow, so Medusa effect in an area like this, looking for the trap and then the grind in a direction, and I want to ride in the direction of the grind. Which is hard to say which one that is right now. Right in front of prior high. Okay, 11 o'clock, top of the hour. It is 11 o'clock. Got a 3 wise men on NQ. Let's see, it's before noon. We want to see if we get that shot here.
Double delta NQ on the 9. Enigma long on the NQ4.
And a green Enigma, and it's getting broken. All right, closing out for a small loss on that one. Okay. So I saw this come in on the NQ, had the bots up there. I see a 3 wise men. Looks like they are trapped. So I get long, and then this breaks. So I close it out, and let's see how this goes. I'm gonna be very sad if this just gets away without me here. I do think that that looks like a very nice trap here. Very quick. I'm going to try it one more time here on the Enigma. 2 try rule on Enigma. Heard this first set of buyers. Hopefully there's a little bit more than that.
Double delta NQ on the 9.
All right, I'm going to close it out right there. Getting back to break even and a little bit more. Do try rule on the Enigma. Got it up there for a 20 ticker on NQ. To see if we are going to get anything here on the Dow. We've got a ready DD here. That is a PRZ short. I'm sorry, PRZ cross short. Got my finger over the sell here. I'll Dr. Seuss it on the way down if we do grind down. But too flat to really get super excited about that. Would like to see something as clear as that 3 wise men as we had on NQ. Again, if you see a 3 wise men like this, they're trapped in, and you see a move up against them, they're stuck. So looking for that next trade opportunity. That one was easier, but now it's right back to being very grindy, difficult. I'm going to draw a box around this. So if we come back down to that area, like right now, actually, I don't think they're going to let them out. So I'm going to be looking for a buy here on this area. I think they're stuck here. There's a pop-up. Come back up above those lines here. Getting very quick here. Okay, I think that is another set. I'm going to get in long right there. Finger over the close. Looking for a Dr. Seuss. There we go. Okay, adding to position. All this is right now, I am expecting that we are trapping in the 3 wise men down below. Finger over the close. A lot of crosses coming into this area.
Two finger NQ on the 89.
Don't break out of there. No. All right. Killing it. Ooh. All right. Thought I had them trapped in. It's going to be a very interesting area here. Thought I had them. King timing coming in on the 9s. I would like to see them. It makes a whole lot of sense to trap that in right there. I've seen that so many times. I'm going to keep that level there and watch.
Lower bands touch.
No, they're breaking down pretty good there, unfortunately. Getting a bad read here. Double delta shift in the prior high. I'm going to take this as a DDSR here. Need a Dr. Seuss for my entry. Got a crab here as well. There's late Nate. I'll get in on a PRZ cross. Looking for a full position and looking for a 40 tick bag off of a DDSR. And I will Dr. Seuss on the way up. Need to get my measurement. That's 50 ticks to the top, so we'll be pretty close to that. If I get the PRZ cross with the DDSR here, then great. If not, be unfortunate. Broke the cross. Nope, gotta kill it. Okay. Yikes. Okay, so DDSR here. I'm gonna draw the retry if we do come back through this. Be here for the DDSR. Man. Brutal.
Fib.ym on the 2.
Okay, there is a super dot. I'm going to try for the super dot here.
9.
Finger over the close. Nope. And a break. Dadgummit. Can't catch a break there.
Double delta on the 2 on the 9.
The third. Okay, I'm going one more time here. Double delta shift here
On the 89.
on the triples. One, two, three, four. We don't quite have a four-legged dog trap there, but we do have a Titanic Zone, which does return me straight up to that 50 from before.
Brent crude futures fall about $1 a barrel on oil demand fears.
Nope. Gonna close it.
Fib.ym on the 2. Lower bands touch NQ on the 89.
Can always try rule it if it comes back through. Looking for a Titanic Zone there if we come back through, but we need gonna need a juicy trap first.
Bands touch YM on the 39.
Breaking through dots. Here's king timing.
S&P 500 moves lower, last down 0.3%.
Time of day. We're at 11:11. King timing.
And US crude futures
Lower bands
fall
touch
more than
NQ on the
US crude oil
89.
futures fall more than $1 a barrel on demand worries.
Okay, we've got negative news, so let's see if that catches them off guard there. I'm here at buyers. I'm going to try to maximize that play there.
39.
Again, still the whole Titanic Zone scenario. Piercer on that shark. I'm looking for a Dr. Seuss.
Double delta EM on the 2.
Dr. Seuss.
Lower bands touch NQ on the 89.
Okay, there's my 40 bag. I'm peeling off half there. Gonna close out my NQ. Same thing. Looking nice. How much farther can we go? Keep it going. All right, peel a little more there at the prior high in case we're gonna stick there. All right, and kill it. And back and forth, 6K to 6K, both ways.
Total $5.6 billion.
So on NQ, did the same thing. Got the shark back, ready DD on the up move. Nice closeout right there at the P point. I was tempted to hold it out a little bit longer. Kind of got lucky on the closeout there on that juicy. Shark back, double ready DD to the upside. Titanic Zone. I think this will finish out. There's a shark back. I'm going to retry this one more time here to see if we complete out the Titanic Zone all the way up. There would be the trap. Stop below the shark.
Enigma short on the YM2.
Yikes. Got an Enigma in there. I'm going to close it out. On the Enigma target, I can retry it again. We got to respect the Enigma first. Listening for AudioBox. If I hear the buyers, I'll step in. Again, target is the back of that Titanic Zone. Listening for AudioBox. Left hand buy, right hand sell. AudioBox is silent. Listening.
Fib.ym on the 2. Fib.ym on the NQ on the 9.
Literally just listening for AudioBox right now. Jagged on the 8. Yeah, I'm on the 9s there. I need to switch that to 8. Thank you for reminding me. Oh, yeah. Very jagged on the 8. Thank you. Okay, here it comes. Left hand buy, right hand sell. Just listening for AudioBox. Listening. Listening.
Enigma long on the NQ4.
NQ has an Enigma long on the 4s. Just listening for AudioBox.
Minutes away from the bottom of the hour, we get the 6-month and 3-month bill auctions. 3-month bill bid cover with a prior bid cover of 3.01 and a prior high yield of 4.225%.
Gotta get on the tape.
Bill bid cover prior was
Big move coming.
and a prior high yield of 4.05%. So with the US looking to sell $76 billion of 3-month bills and $68 billion of 6-month bills.
Fib.ym on the 2.
Is there a difference in buying the AlgoBox in one go and paying monthly? Yeah, you always save money paying it in one go.
Divergence up NQ on the 89.
Have not heard a peep out of AudioBox. Let's listen. I'm listening for it. I don't want to miss it. Jay-Z, yours is triggering. Which instrument do you have it on? On YM?
Fib.ym on the 8.
Oh, I just hit reset. That was dumb on my part. Yeah, I hit, well, I don't say I hit reset, but when I switch to the 8s, it takes a minute for it to build it back up again. Terrible timing. I should not have switched that. I got tempted to switch it out. It was thumping. Oh, man. Okay, well. Oh, that's depressing. That was so easy. So, what he's saying, Jay-Z is saying that he heard the AudioBox, or where'd it go? But I had just pressed refresh because I switched over to the 8s. Someone else had said, hey, on the 8s we're getting jagged, so I switched over to 8s. Well, there's the AudioBox. Yeah, now I hear it. So AudioBox, if you watch the instructions on AudioBox, it tells you it takes a minute for it to warm up. It basically catches, it's gotta warm up and pull in details from the time and sales, and it will wait 1 minute. And it just happened to be the minute that I needed it to confirm the 10.6 dropout. Boo!
US stocks.
All right, could have done even better there on that and held that sucker out.
Double delta EM on the 2. Double delta NQ on the 9.
I'll drop anyways. Thanks, audio. Awesome, Jay-Z. Glad you got it. Okay, yeah, my AudioBox, it's caught up now. Oh, terrible timing on my part. Paying monthly will let me have audio AlgoBox for a year, or how long and keep the paying? Yeah, so there's a video. Just know that you're never losing anything. I always tell people all the time, like if you've been paying in on AlgoBox, I'll show you where the video is to fully explain it. So if you head over to our website, click on pricing, there's a little video right here that explains the upgrade path. But yes, your first year, you're getting everything fully unlocked for super cheap.
Is currently not working.
And then the idea is, you know, if you do well and you've been paying attention, doing well with the system, you know, the idea is to let the system pay for itself. So after your first year, you've got some upgrade paths here. So you take whatever you've paid in your first year, and then you can apply it forward towards other packages. Does that make sense? So if you decide in your first year that you're like, you know what, I just need Enigma, which is a lot of people. A lot of people are like, as long as I've got the Enigma bot pack, I'm in. Now it doesn't include the Dream Pack. You're not going to have, you know, full auto on that with the filtering and all that. But a lot of people stop right here. So they're like, okay, I bought my first year and I'm like, you know what? Yeah, I want everything plus Enigma. Cool. It's just $24.99 at the end of the year. Make sense? And so whatever you've paid prior, you can apply it towards the upgrade. So if you have bought here and then later on you're like, you know what, I want to add the full auto pack. It's not $49.97. See how there's a plus sign in front of this one? And I know, like I said, it's complicated. That's why I have a video on it. There's a plus sign in front of this one. So it's plus whatever you paid in your first year. And that's why I said, like, if you pay it up front, you're saving money by paying it up front because it's only $14.97. It's more if you're paying it out monthly. But then in your second year, it's just $24.97 to get lifetime and then never pay again on any one of these to the right. So everything to the right of this is basically lifetime purchase price for all these items to the right. $24.97 to get to the Enigma pack. Makes sense? Or if you don't want the $24.97, the full all-in price for full auto plus Enigma. Again, everything that's on the left is included. See the little arrows to the right? You're getting Enigma plus full auto bot pack, all in $49.97. All the good stuff, all the goodies, plus full auto, lunch bot, two finger salute, headshot bots, all included, plus Enigma full auto right here for $49.97 in total, which means you take whatever you have applied in your first year and you pay the difference between your first year and $49.97. If you want all in, all full auto, all the goodies, $49.97. Makes sense? Now, if you want the Dream Pack with all the goodies, all the filtering, all that stuff, including the Dream Panel Pack, which is, again, normally for Platinum members only, you pay the difference in what you've already paid. So let's say that you get right here on year 2, I don't know, and then in year 2, you know, halfway through year 2, you're crushing it with the system, you're like, I want to do the full auto thing too. You can pay the difference. So this little sliding window and little sliding arrows to the right, you're never losing anything that you pay over here to the left, right? So if you want to upgrade later on, you just pay the difference. What pack would include the basics like harmonics and stuff, so they don't use any Autobots? Yeah, so then it's just $14.97 a year. If you want just the basics, $14.97. Make sense? And the reason we do that too is for in your first year, people have said before, like, well, I'm not sure which one I need and I need to use the system a while. So cool. I'll give you a full year to, you know, use the system, think through the system, hang out with us. A year is way generous. You don't need that much time, I don't think. Usually there's like a light bulb moment that goes off around day 90. You're like, oh, Hold on, I got an easy set of plays that I like to stick to. Type of thing.
Two-finger
So that Jagged definitely gave us the signal that a big dropout was coming. I happened to miss the AudioBox cue to tell me that this is going to go. And there it is, 152 ticks down, all the way down to the open line there. It is almost the bottom of the hour in about 30 seconds. We'll be at the bottom of the hour, 11:30, coming in about 45 seconds now. Once you know it, you do want it all. Yeah. No worries, my friend. Welcome aboard. It's Mentorship Monday. If you guys got questions, even basic stuff, today is a great day to ask it. We'll take the time to get all those answered for you. Yeah, it took a big dump there on YM. Dow too. Dow has been inching its way down ever since as well. The speed of this, I'm going to switch this to the 6s on in queue.
Fib.ym on the 2.
Okay, got a lot of crosses coming in this area. I'm going to draw a zone around this from cross to cross here. If they're going to, this might be, we might get a trap in here.
According to a foreign ministry spokesman, Ukraine wants minerals deal with the US to be finalized as soon as possible.
YM on the 39. Fib.ym on the 2.
Okay, again, listening in for AudioBox here, hearing some clacks. A lot of clacking here. $11:32. Right here at the open line.
Cover of 3 spot 1, 3 spot 1.
One of my least favorite places. Okay, there's some news chatter coming out here. One of my least favorite places to play, right here around the open line.
Or 3-month bills.
And I need to sit on hands for about 3 minutes anyways due to the news coming out right now, and I do need to take a quick break anyhow, so I'm gonna take a quick break here if you guys would let me, and I'll be right back. But watch out for this area right here. We're right at the open line. Again, one of my least favorite areas to play. That, remember, this dashed line right here, this is the open line. Okay, anything can happen here. Be very careful. Be very careful. All right, and we got 3 minutes of the news, so I'll be right back.
Double delta NQ on the 6. Lower bands touch YM on the 39. Double delta EM on the 2. Lower bands touch YM on the 39. Enigma short on the YM2. Double delta EM on the 6. Double delta NQ on the 6. Double delta EM on the 2. Fib.ym on the 2. Lower bands touch YM on the 39. Double delta NQ on the 6.
All right. So I see another red Enigma piercer. No surprise there at the open line. You probably see why I don't like the open line, right? Getting a nice juicy Enigma right on it. Now what I hope is we had AudioBox. Did we have AudioBox around that pushed it to the back? Hey, Bob. We got Bob in the house. Blessings, sir. How are you, sir? Done for the day. Ain't giving it back. Good morning. You got a good rest day on Sunday. Fantastic. Love to hear it. This looks like one of those scenarios where, so if we look at the Enigma AudioBox example in the documentation area, this is exactly the scenario that I've been talking about, except for the open line. Didn't have the open line. It just kind of helped with hey, this one might not work out as well. Did we get AudioBox to the long side around that area? That would be awesome if we did. Make that easier for the up move, because that would be a 50 tick target to the backside with the prior close.
Double delta NQ on the 6. Double delta NQ on the 6.
Okay, we just went red and red. Red arrowed right on the 0 point though. Another one of those. This is kind of one of the worst places to get one. We're inside the fiddle zone. So not the best of plays here, laying inside there. Gonna have to have generally bigger stops. And things just kind of meandering around there. So still have the full auto. I'm going to go ahead and turn that off here, but that one saved me there because we're inside the fiddle zone. So did not take with it being there in the fiddle zone. So just a reminder, we are right around that open line, one of my least favorite places to play here. So I'm just being patient to break out some battlefield here and go fly the jet around for a minute to distract myself from trying to take plays in this area. We also have the speed here at way too slow here. Got about 12 minutes till noon. Now, the market has grinded its way down since 9:45. On the high time frame, we had the butterfly HMD at the top, calling the high. We've moved down. We had another red dot, pushing it down. Structurally, this is basically all structure move down. Dotted all the way down. Double dot short, huge move to the downside from that last double dot. That is 266 ticks. And from the high, we have moved down 371. Not a lot, not a ton, but it has been a continuous down move. Now, as we come into that noon to noon 30, what am I looking for? Give a hint. It's in the beast mode hour. How can I change the settings of my daily OHL? Do I have to change my PC time settings? In general, I would set you to EST for a lot of reasons with our system. We talk about that in some of our first videos there. But to change the daily open high low, that won't change. You do need to make sure you've got 3 days of data on though in order to go all the way back to Friday's data. Because remember we had the weekend, so if you go into our room and type !Sunday, you'll hear and see a video on what you need to do at the beginning of the week. But if you are, coming straight out of the box with our system, you'll need to change from 1 day to 3 days on a Monday, just because there's no data there from the prior day because it was Sunday and Saturday right before it. So if you want to include the prior day's information to be able to draw those in for yourself, you need to make sure you've got 3 days to grab Friday. Does that make sense, Lucasaurus? So that explains that. So I'm going to be looking for the little reversal there midday between 12 and 12:30 up to around 12:45. Then beyond that, if it's not going to go, it's not going to go.
Fib.y.
Okay, that has to do with your session template. Pulling back, I saw this one. Manny, hello. Are you aware that the competition is taking place this week on NT? No. Can you send me some details on that? I'm not sure what you're referring to there, but yeah, send that on. Getting really tightly wound up here right underneath the open line. So it was jagged, 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 shake, 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 jagged, 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 jagged. Okay, so this is why, I said this at the very beginning. When we started hitting over here, I was like, oh, it's my least favorite area to play around with the open line. It just like this weird magnetic property here. And sometimes it acts like a repulsion magnet. It's a little bit weird in this area. We got about 8 minutes. Is that a beehive? I mean, it's a big one. A big beehive if it is. Higher time frame beehive, yeah. Don't get stung. Okay, we shifted green. We've got a nice straight leg here. Green and green. We had the jagged from before. I want to see if I can catch a little bit of this here. I'm going to Dr. Seuss and see if we're going to move off of this open line here. Here's my Dr. Seuss. Oof. Got slipped big time on that entry. My goodness, what's the spread right now? Got a 3-tick spread. Felt like more than that. Okay, that's where I wanted to be. And oy vey. Me and the open line, we just do not get along. So full stop, full, there was more than 25 ticks there. I don't know what a stop that was. 28. Boo. And the volume profile will be moved to the right of the chart. It's blocked by the dream panel. So remember, you can actually move the dream panel too. I don't know if you know this or not. You can put the dream panel wherever you want. That's flexible. You can also collapse it if you're not currently using it. So I can put it up here and collapse it if I wanted to, if you want to see the profile. Okay, so I FOMO'd that entry there, and it's 5 minutes till the top of the hour. Now 4 minutes. Till the midday pivot. Oh. Well, details come. Oh, cool. How long is the competition for? Do you have any kind of just general details or info on it? Turned off VB charts. Good for you. Good for you, Bob. Attaboy. A 1 week competition. Wow. There wasn't some results quick on that, huh? Oof. I don't want to say anything bad about NinjaTrader, but seems a little weird. That's only going to benefit the sellers, which, I mean, it's good. It's the vendors, you know, some vendors going to be like, I won a competition! A whole 5 days against the 3 other people that competed. Haha. I'm a global champion. Okay, pierce through, and I'm hearing the sellers yanking straight through that headshot, peeling away from the open line there. Key point down below. Alpha Trader X passed another 150K in 2 trades. Attaboy. Love to hear it. Alright, so we got a trap back behind it, and I've got a DCDM short right here. I'll give that a shot. Hate that the open line is right there up above it. You might end up seeing live why I do not like the open line area. Great play setups can get just ruined in this area sometimes. And pretty much like this one here. Is it going to stop me out right back behind the double crosses here? Oh boy, and we break the crosses, so another loss here around the open lines. Couldn't stop myself from FOMOing. Now I'm going to draw a line right here for my retry. Got a big blue dot over here on the right. My goodness. Okay, so I'm going to reverse this and take this as a DCR because of the red EDD and the delta shift right here. They're just nice and close together. Oh my goodness, now there's a third. Did I mention I hate the open line area? I feel like I'm about to get myself into a troubled spot again.
Double delta EM on
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Alright, I'm just gonna kill it. I do not know what's happening right there. The open line strikes again. HMD long. It wants me to quit. It wants me to quit. I'm gonna try it one more time here and see if we've caught a trap here. HMD. And of course I throw my hands back before my entry and I get a terrible entry. And a break to give it all back and then some. Oh my. Thank you, open line. You have opened mine. Can of whoop arse on me. So, open line gets me all caught up. And handing it all back.
Fib.ym on the 2.
Red and red headshots. Blasting fast.
Double delta EM on the 2.
See if I'm going to get the GLR down here on the gold line.
Delta EM on the 2.
Okay, double delta shift. Gonna try this one more time here with the...
Delta NQ on the
Oh, get that red dot out of there. Just could not stop myself. I'm just gonna kill it. Oh, the bozo FOMO on the grind down. Let me watch how I jacked that up. So jacked it here, flattened up underneath the open. We bring up above, double cross, double move. Ended up pretty close to playing out here. Now this got me thinking, all right, we might do the trap. HMD, break, headshot, short. Recency is key, and I just could not switch my mind quick enough there on that one. King timing, headshot, there was the best play. We had no king timing. King timing was over here. So played the little stuff, got wrecked. And I am still thinking here that at noon, again, I'm expecting the reversal. We have ground down to it, but we know it can happen. It's got 30 minutes to make that run. It's 12 to 12:30, somewhere in there for that move. What are your favorite entry strats? Titanic Zone, probably my absolute favorite just because it's my 100 tick play. Can't ignore the Titanic Zone. Entry plays, obviously the Enigma. You can't go wrong. I won't say you can't go wrong because you can't go wrong with Enigmas, but love me some Enigma cadence. Just too easy for the Enigma cadence right now. Actually, we've got great cadence on, I think, right now. current cadence. No, it's only a cadence of 1 right now. There's the one right in front of that was a winner. Yeah, we're getting some speed on it. So when it's fast, do I think it's going to last? No, probably not. New 5-day futures trading competition. Oh my goodness. $12:07. 23 minutes.
Double delta EM on the 2. Lower bands touch NQ on the 89. Double delta YM on the 2.
Okay, that is 2 right next to each other here. So I want to get long on that right there. Stop underneath my crosses. And is it going to hand me some more losses?
DCDM YM on the 2.
Okay, got a cross cluster here with a very tight
Delta EM on the 2.
multiples. I wish those were both green. There is a green to the left.
Along on the NQ.
Open for the DDSR here, looking for a 40 tick up move. We'll probably still give one more head fake down, or it could be real. I mean, I can't call that it's absolutely going to be a low call here. Still early, it's not 12:30 yet.
So just a reminder, on Trump's schedule at 12:30 p.m. Eastern Time, he's due to have lunch with VP Vance. There is closed press. See if there is any video, if does come up with any sort of video on YouTube or anywhere we can find it, and we'll put it out for you on the feed as soon as we can.
Yikes, there's a ladder down below. Still early for the 12:30 reversal.
Divergence touch NQ on the 89.
Too risky. Alright, I'm gonna kill it. Too risky, too risky. I am not sitting in a spot where I want to be. I keep thinking in the back of my head, I'm like, well, the bots are up 6K for me, so I keep thinking in my head, I'm like, just, I'm good. But not really. Alright, so I missed the entry on the dot here. Let's see if I can Dr. Seuss it.
Double delta EM on the 8.
That zone is 86 ticks from bottom to top. Jagged on the tape. So what I'm hoping happens is we get that trap. We've got the structural trap here. And then when we start to grind it up like that right there, let's see if that is the juicy inverted check trap. Oh boy. Okay, now I got to listen in for AudioBox. I'm going to turn my sound up. Listen for AudioBox to kill or fill.
Divergence up YM on the 8. Fib.ym on the 2.
Listening for AudioBox. What's it gonna be? Okay, I'm here in AudioBox.
Lower bands touch NQ on the 89.
Into Dr. Seuss on the rest. Assuming they're getting those guys trapped in like I had kind of thought before.
Argentine BCRA's Vasily met with Chinese PBOC officials, according to Ambito. So that's Central Bank of Argentina's Vasily met with Chinese PBOC officials.
Lower bands touch NQ on the 89.
Okay, we got to the top of that zone here. Greed is a very powerful drug. Woulda, shoulda, couldas. Shoulda peeled it. Dr. Seuss, of course.
Fib.ym on the 8.
10 minutes away, and expected to, well, Trump is expected to have lunch with the VP Vance in closed press.
Fib.ym on the 2.
Structure break. Boo. Boo, 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 boo. Being timing. What's our time? Still got 8 minutes. Ay vey. I got a decent amount out of it, and then, but yeah, giving it back at the end here. Don't hear AudioBox aggressing with it. Mark it up while I'm here. 5 minutes till 12:30. Be the trap. Come on. 3 minutes. Nope. Breaking the bat. Okay. Time 12:27. Still has 3 minutes.
Double delta NQ on the 6.
Two more minutes. I'm going to remind myself of FOMO when I come back and watch this back for myself again. FOMOing before 12:30. Letting it show up first. There's the 13.8, and it would have been great for me to have just waited on that.
Enigma long on the YM3.
I got a split cross reversal on NQ on the 4s. Hopefully will help me out here and bring us off of strong sell. Still about a minute early. We could have another
Double delta EM on the
nasty minute dropout. Let me remove this one from before.
Fib.ym on the 2.
Oh no. Structures to the short side still holding. 15 seconds. Okay, there's the bottom of the hour. Are we going to make one more push down? That is the question. Or is the 13.8 call on the bottom?
Enigma.ym on the Q4.
All right, I'm gonna kill it right there. Structures have been holding it. A little bit narrow for the full dropout there yet, so I'm gonna watch it. Would love to see it come back down in this area one more time, kind of fake it, see a trap, get another set of crosses in, and then the big move might even end up being the low of the day. I'm gonna make that moment right here just in case it happens. This could be the entire low of day right here, and there's plenty of time to catch that the rest of the way if we do. Let's see. So I wish I would have held that a little bit longer there on that split cross reversal on the 4s on NQ. SCR right there. Got long. I didn't see this one show up afterwards. There is an Enigma plus a DCDM right here. Getting calls like crazy here at lunch. Okay, that's kind of what I expected. Good. I kind of actually want this. I know it's weird to think about, but I do want to see that. I want this to widen out a little bit. I don't know how to explain this. It's just I have seen this a lot where when we're getting into an area, I want to see it nice and wide, get a couple of... So we know we got a bunch right there, and there's another. And now kind of give them the legs of hope first. And then just this kind of slow grind, like a fast, and then just real slow, and then fast, and then slow, fast, and then slow. And we want to see it start to move up in this area over here in general for the big pivot moves. $12.34, 10 seconds till 35 after. Gonna remind myself of my FOMO when this one right here, Vinny, when you're watching this back later, there's the 1230. Went nice and fast. Boom. There was the hit. Got a nice up move. 53 ticks to the upside. Grabbed a decent amount of that, but could have played that better. For sure. Oh, look at that. We jumped. Awesome. So we jumped. We went from strong sell and we jumped to neutral, then to buy. I'm going to go ahead and close out my position there on the NQ on that juicy Enigma double cross. I'm going to take it. I know I could have held it longer, but I want to get back into positive territory there, and I'll close that one out for the beast. So playing it, I did see this up on my Enigma bot chart where this began. Saw the split cross reversal, grab that. That was this one down here. Split cross reversal, grab that for a quick bag. Then though, Enigma plus DCDM. This one I literally just went over on Saturday how powerful that play is. I got an Enigma, then a double cross after it. That double cross, it's like, I don't know what the stats are on it. Extremely high percentage chance that it's going to go the full double move on that. So where does that begin? Prior pivot. On this one, it ends up being a potential 100 tick move there. 81 ticks to the current where I dropped it. We still might have another bag in it. Let's see if we got another bag here. Coming back in, and the Enigma line is right here. I think we're going to have another shot at it. I'm going to go quarter. And then if we stay above that Enigma, or I will close it up if we don't. Looking for the full 100 ticks because it did not go all the way to its double move there. So a little bit less excited about it. I'm watching on my Enigma bot chart for the stop below the Enigma. Dr. Seuss on King timing. Stay up above it, please. And we got a cross over there on the right. I'll go ahead and close it out right there because that could be late Nate. So I'm closing it out right there. So the full play comes in like this. We started with an SCR. Remember, it's also time of day. Remember, I'm looking at 12:30 time frame. 12:30 reversal time with the continuous grind, right? We ground down. That's the only reason. I won't say the only reason, but that is the reason why I think we can get a big move off of that 12:30. Doesn't just mean every single day I'm going to take this big move. It's on a grinder trend day. If we grind down, yes, we ground down the entire morning into noon. When that occurs, I'm looking for that reversal here. Sometimes it can be low of day and never even return back and keep going down or to the long side. Even on a day where it's going to continue, if it just continues to grind down, there's still going to be this nice juicy up move, oftentimes 100, 200, 300 ticks. And so that's what I'm trying to take advantage of. Started with the SCR. Did I get the SCR? Yes. Took that for target. I want to say target one, but basically first trade. Now we've got an Enigma plus a DCDM landing on top of each other here, right here. Then another one right here. So even more so confirmed my, hey, I want to look for that double move. The double move did not occur. Remember, I measured this out and I didn't even go for the big target. I went for the first pivot in front, and the measurement should have given me more than that, right? I measured it out, should be 102 ticks. I measured from where it went to the top of that, it had only gone 81. It did not finish its move. We come back down, that's a head fake. We've all been there before. You're getting into a play, you're looking for the short scenario. You're this guy. Imagine you're this guy right here. Okay, oh, phew, it's coming back down. Okay, I got this. That's why I drew that line right there. Boom, re-entry. We take off to the upside. Make sense? Here, I'll switch the account here so we can see what that looks like. Going on this one here. All right, so boom, look at the move. We come down into it. We hit the buy buttons as we go up. Boom, and then I get a little bit nervous once I see late Nate step in. All right, I'm going to go ahead and close it in front of that. But I would not be surprised if we see this move all the way up and get the full 102 ticks, which would be... did I measure that wrong from before? Oh, it's off of the... I'm sorry, it's a double move. Duh. Wrong spot. We want to go from the crosses themselves. That's 84, 102. It's going to be here. 19,335s for the completion of that move. Financial juice report when Trump finishes lunch. Probably. Trump is eating a cheeseburger. Go long. He's eating a cheeseburger. It's long. They added cheese. Is it extra cheese? Tremendous cheese. Is he going to have a Diet Coke or not? That is the question. Well, now that he's got a real health administrator, I'm hoping that it's a no on the saccharin. And there it is. It made it to its target. All the way to the white line. So we could technically take a GLR right there. And we've got a double cross, probably a DCR there. I could take that for a reversal. For a little 10 bag there. But very happy having come back again. Vance walks out, hit a black eye. Said he fell off the chair. Oh my goodness. You guys crack me up. I think I got some fun Trump buttons we should pull out.
I love it. I love it.
Doing post holes. I think I saw you were building a stair set. Is that what you're building? Missile? Digging post holes? I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm no no pro on those things. Might be saying the wrong thing.
Fib.ym.
So Enigma bot, I just saw this one, 19.7. Is that calling the low? Is that going to call the low of day there? Got a lot of retail activity right up above this area. They trapping them all in? Were they all trying to keep trying that short scenario there, and they're going to grind them up? We'll see. Okay, I'm listening for AudioBox. You know the deal. Right? You know the drill. If I hear AudioBox, what am I doing? We are inside the fiddle zone, so it's all about AudioBox now. Currently buy, we are green and green. Need AudioBox to tell me. Listening, listening, listening. Come on, let me hear the buyers. There's the buyers. I heard the first clack. Now, if it goes down and hits its target, I'm hoping it, if it hits the target down below, then I'm hoping after the target hit that we get that turn up. But I'm listening. I heard AudioBox. I only heard one clack, like literally one. I might have jumped the gun. Let me hear more than that. I just thought that was the start. Thought I was going to be all super awesome. Another set of clacks. Target is the back, right? Gotta be careful. Got a P point right there too.
DCDM and
Oh no. Not a headshot.
Enigma short on the YM3. Enigma long on the YM3.
Alright, I'll peel half at the back of the Enigma and we'll see if we've got any extra run. Try to hold to the opposing signal. There's a what will be a red there right up above. Oh, it's disappeared. See if I can hold to an opposing signal for the run. Hold to the opposing signal. 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 Trying to maximize the play. Hold to the opposing signal. 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 Just hold to the opposing signal. Hold to the opposing signal. Hold to the opposing signal. Which apparently is not going to come. And now I've got my $400 superstition sitting here right in front of my face. $400 superstition to get back to 4K. We are 10 minutes till 1 o'clock. So, as we said before, was this calling the low? Yes. Did we run all the way up? Yes. 82 ticks. Has it hit 100 ticks? No. So, where's 100 ticks at? Pretty much up to the white line up above me. I need a tiny superstition buster this thing. Listening.
Chinese Foreign Minister Wang Yi met with Russia's foreign
These
minister.
guys and their poor unfortunate names. What's your name? Wangy. Wangy. That's cute. Okay, 15 plus the cross. Here an audio box to the sell side now. Came back to neutral. Oh, wink. It's one key. Are you sure it's not Winky?
Enigma long on the NQ, double delta NQ on the 6.
All the way to the bottom. Go a couple more ticks. Just a couple more in queue. Come on, baby. A couple more ticks. You can do it. Dr. Seuss.
Double delta EM on the 2.
Drop it. Finish it. Thank you very much. Beautiful. DCR huge off the top of the zone. It's a beauty. Closing it out at the bottom in the S1. 13K off of the monstrosity. You gotta love it. In queue. Hype in the chat. Curtis G.
Should enhance influence for greater.
That's what I'm talking about, baby. Oh. Yeah.
You got this, baby. I know it's been crazy. You don't see me, it's exhausting. City to city, cause I'm shiny, boys is popping. You keep making plans, babe, I'm sorry, I keep flopping. Call me late at night, cause I love it when you talk on. No matter where I go with you, not here, it's just not home. I know I can't let go without you near me.
Oh, you gotta love those. I absolutely love it. Absolutely love it. You gotta love it. All the way up. DCR, big, fat, red, juicy crosses. Up on the 6s. Into the bat for the trap. DCR all the way down. I'm sorry. Did I say DCR? DCR up top, yes. And then Dr. Seuss on the way down. Closing it out at the bottom of the zone. I thought it might break a little bit farther. I really did. I was hoping it would break. I got nervous right here and had to kill it. And there she goes. She kept going. Ah. Woulda, shoulda, couldas. 15 was a pretty good spot to get short as well. Got a little nervous on it, but there she goes. All the way down to the bottom of the zone.
Pip.ym on the 2.
I'm a little hungry for lunch myself.
Double delta NQ on the 6.
Don't forget, tonight, 4:30 Eastern Standard Time will be day 7, session 7 of our 10-day boot camp. You want to learn the fastest way to get all trained up. Yes, the standard is 40, 40, 40. It'll take you 40 days to go through the full training, or you go through boot camp, get those 40 days out of the way, and get to practicing. Thanks for hanging out here with me all morning. It's been a long one. Stayed there the whole time. We were done pretty early this morning, but told you guys I'm going to stay with you a little bit longer there for the Mentorship Mondays, and we're doing the 10-day boot camp. So welcome aboard. Don't forget, after boot camp, that awesome pricing that's there on the website goes away, so you might want to do that. Still got a little bit of time. Still got today's day 7. You got 7, 8, 9, and 10, and you can still get that pricing there on the website. Thanks for hanging out. For me, Pippi, Robbie, Lunchbot, Mod Squad, Curtis G, and Eddie B, I am sending out the Big H-Town. See ya tonight. Art team, show these fine folks how it is done.
The old adage where, the individual investor doesn't have a chance because the institutional investor has better technology, better information, and, more money and better opportunity, I don't think it's real anymore. I think the edge is on the individual investor because they're small, they're nimble, they can trade, they can use best front-end technology.
Don't waste your time. Leave the technical analysis to us. You just play the game.
Forex is littered with crooks, black hat guys, all this kind of shifty characters and companies trying to extract money from your pocket and stick it into theirs. And one of the things that they do is operate these Forex signals.
Swiss franc rises 1% to a session high of about 0.82 per US dollar.
Delta vibrating. Long. Look for long.
According to diplomats, Iran supposedly grasped the German in Rome on May 2nd to discuss nuclear program. Europeans have yet to respond to the Iranian proposal for discussions this week.